It's Garrett on the go time. Walt Disney World reporter Garrett Hassel is standing by somewhere for us in Orlando. Where are you at today, my brother?
Hello, everyone. I am in the middle of pandemonium here at Disney Springs. Uh, yeah, pandemonium is a word I would use. It is insane with how many people are here. Just to get inside from the parking, it took 12 minutes of sort of being corralled like cattle up and down to get your temperature screening and then go through security. It is wild. And I'm also in front of Gideon's Bakehouse, the hit sensation here in Orlando. The original location, they thought that wasn't enough, so they built one here in Disney Springs. And if you want one of these mouth-watering cookies, all you have to do is wait 5 hours in a virtual queue before then getting in a half-hour actual line. So come get your
Wow.
Gideons today. Like, I'm thinking they need a sort of, I think they need to buy Morimoto's Asia and turn it into like a super cookie store because they can't get people in and out fast enough because I've had it before and I've waited 30 minutes, but 5 hours, that is
If you're
insane.
local, you
It's
can go
like,
to a local bakery.
yeah, that is true. Like the hype behind it is that it's on Disney property, so that makes it all the more better. But even at 3:30 right now, the parking here at Disney is next to gone.
Wow.
Security is slowly beginning to turn people away. So yeah,
Uh-oh.
Disney Springs on the weekend, it is the place to be. But I'm in front of Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar, so
Woo.
maybe afterward I get something to calm the nerves a little bit.
Well, we know that it's spring break, probably why the crowds are so thick out there in Disney Springs. And with spring break at Walt Disney World also comes a pretty unique set of circumstances where those crowds swell, things tend to get a little bit bigger in terms of demand, and therefore Disney is once again trying to meet that demand we hear. What's going on?
So exactly like you said, Wade, a lot of people are coming out. People want to experience the magic. Well, if you're coming out towards the end of March, well, guess what? Park hours have been extended across the board from late March into early April up until April 3rd. The park hours have been extended. You've got parks like Epcot that actually have 12 hours open, 11 to 11, and all the other parks are matching, so you can see that on the screen. It is amazing to see that because I miss going to the parks at night. There's just something, I guess, blissful, serene, and calming about going to the parks at night. However, it is spring break, so it's still going to be a little while, but it's nice to have the parks open a little later, especially Animal Kingdom. If you've never been on a nighttime safari, you have to give it a go. It is terrific. You get to see animals that are nocturnal come out and express themselves, and going to a place like Magic Kingdom at night, it's amazing, even without the fireworks. So it is a time to come to the park. It gives you a little sense of normalcy.
We are hearing some great news on the CDC front. They're discussing right now about whether or not to reduce that 6 foot social distancing capacity down to 3 feet. So, again, all the numbers going in the right direction to allow for a lot of movement on that front. And I know Disney is certainly looking into whether or not, as soon as that guidance is issued, whether or not to reduce their 6 foot to 3 feet. One of the nice things about Disney World, outside of, sort of Disney Springs being that Wild West atmosphere, the theme parks typically have very good enforcement, as we've seen multiple times on our visits and as Garrett sees pretty routinely. In the theme parks themselves, they're still tinkering with all kinds of different opportunities and options and things to keep people safe and to definitely go the extra mile to ensure that everybody is abiding by these rules that are in place for however long they have to be. And I'm sure they can't wait to pull them back because then that allows them to do a lot more in terms of crowds and in terms of being able to let people just, be comfortable and relax a little bit more. So great news on that front that we're hearing the CDC might issue that guidance soon of 6 feet to 3 feet. So, we're finally turning that corner and everything's going the right direction, which is fantastic. And over at Hollywood Studios, one of the most popular parks to get a park pass reservation to, there's some new changes coming to the nighttime. Isn't that right?
That is right, Wade. Some exciting news. If you want to be a celebrity, well, guess what? You get to be a celebrity because every night is going to be premiere night. And what that means is when you go into Hollywood Studios at night on a Chinese theater, you're going to see the spotlights going up there like you see often in Hollywood films or at Hollywood premieres. Pretty much showcase and be like, hey, there's something going on here. yeah, Imagineers have unveiled this new lighting package there. And you can see Imagineer Zach Ridley, who's really been showing off a lot of what's coming to the park. He's saying like they have this new lighting package, LED, energy efficient. We're gonna have spotlights on top of the Chinese theater. It's gonna have the glitz, the glamour that you expect when it comes to Hollywood Studio. Hollywood Studios in the past was sort of like a half day park, but now it seems they're pushing for it to be like you can be here all day long. There's always something to do. And it really showcases that Chinese theater, that park icon, which for so many years was covered up by the Sorcerer Mickey hat. So it's amazing to see Hollywood Studios getting some love. Hey, I got a picture of the hat before it got torn down, so I'm pretty excited about that. But this lighting package sounds amazing because Hollywood Studios is really typically underrated at night. There's not much to do there because it closes so early. Or you could always do Tyler's favorite attraction of riding Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run. But back to the main story. If you go down there, you'll see the spotlights. It's going to be seen around as you drive in and out of the park. So check it out. Go be the celebrity you want to be. If you want to be an actor, if you want to be actress, producer, director, know what? It's your night because every night's premiere night, and you are the star in this epic tale at Hollywood Studios.
Oh my! How about that? What a
You
way to
said
sell
epic
it.
fail for a second, and I was like, "Oh no!"
You are the epic success.
But it's epic tale. Yes, indeed.
It'll be great to see that sort of lighting package be introduced once again. I know that for many years that was sort of the shtick there, right?
They did that, yeah.
So bring it back. I feel like Hollywood Studios has been in sort of an identity crisis for the last decade.
Yes,
Yeah.
it has.
They did-
Somebody
they just
really
don't
messed
know.
up on it, I feel like. And I still feel like it's still in the middle of that identity crisis. I don't think they're out of it yet. I still don't know.
They don't know what
They don't
want.
know what they want out of that park, I feel like. And I think, and it's funny, you say it's the most popular theme park to get park reservations to, but I just feel like it's the park with the least of, so it automatically fills up and Star Wars, you got Star Wars, and then you also just don't have any space there. So it's like,
It's probably why
it
that
fills
restriction
up.
is there.
yeah, it fills up so quickly because there's nothing to do there.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad, but this is cool. This is really cool. I'm not trying to be negative. I think this is really neat. I'm glad that they should be going into this Hollywood persona. They should really be
Embracing that.
leaning
Yeah.
into it because the whole front is beautiful. That's my favorite thing about Hollywood Studios is the whole front area. I mean, it's so great up there. The whole Hollywood area is incredible, and then especially with like Tower of Terror at the very end of the boulevard, it's just like
Embrace it.
yeah.
Love it.
So you lean into that, Disney, because that's the part of the park that succeeds the most, in my opinion. So
Yeah.
I love that they're doing that. That's awesome. No more hats. embrace the icons you have. Like that was whoever came up with the idea of like, let's erase our old icon and put a new one here. Like who thought that was a good idea? And it's never going to be a good idea. People love these icons for a reason. Keep them around,
Mhm.
That's what I say.
Now, Hollywood Studios itself, I know a few years ago there was the discussion upon the Disney hierarchy of whether or not they should call it something different too. And I remember that being talked about for a while, and they stuck with Hollywood Studios, and it's like, okay, well, let's make it Hollywood again. Let's embrace that original vision that was there, because the park really did have a pretty awesome mission. If you go back and you take a look at sort of the opening decade of the park itself, really cool. A really cool concept, really great idea. Granted, Hollywood itself has changed a lot over the years, as has filmmaking and the movie business and stuff. But maybe with just a little bit of creative ingenuity, they can embrace that too and do things a little different. What do you think, Garrett?
Yeah, I'm excited for this lighting package, and I agree with you guys in that for a while no one really knew what Hollywood Studios was because you had the hat there, and then you had the animation courtyard, but then they got rid of that, made it Star Wars Outpost, and then they're trying to figure out different stage shows. But Hollywood Studios is desperately in need of figuring out what it is exactly, and they still have plenty of room to design more in that part. But in short, I am excited for this lighting package. It looks good. It looks exciting. It definitely embraces that Hollywood motif, which is, hey, we're Hollywood Studios. You're the star. Come and be a part of the action. Step into your favorite movies, whether that's Pixar, Star Wars, Indiana Jones, or if you want to be Disney Junior, you can do that. Also, it's missing all the stage shows right now, which really makes it not as amazing. Like without Fantasmic, without Indy and Beauty and the Beast, it's sort of like, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
you can go
like, I
sing
don't-
along with Anna and Elsa. That's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'd rather sing along with my buddy Gaston.
Oh, I
He's
see.
the star.
Got it.
Right.
Yeah. But Hollywood Studios, like, it's a hot ticket item mainly because of Star Wars. Other than that, like, it needs a little bit more to make it really impactful for someone's vacation, or at least someone that's done it multiple times, like all of us here on the show.
Yeah, and Runaway Railway, definitely, a great sort of centerpiece for the park, a great family attraction that can draw everybody in that Chinese theater. And, hopefully we'll see just a more cohesive storyline for the park emerge from all of this. And, whether it's old Hollywood, new Hollywood, Hollywood that never was but always will be, as they said back in the day, it would just be great to feel that once again in that park. And hey, we jump over to Epcot now, where it's getting a little bit of character back in it. Isn't that right?
Absolutely, characters galore. So currently at Epcot, you can see the characters as they go around the world, whether it's Mickey and the gang or the princesses. But now, when you enter the park in that brand new entranceway, you can see your favorite Mickey and friend pals greeting you by the mural off to the right of Spaceship Earth. They'll be waving at you, socially distanced, and it's quite amazing because, like, when you see them go around the world in their little car, it's going fast. They're waving, whatever. But this one, you can actually interact with them from a distance, and being characters, they can animate themselves in a way that everyone can see them, and I love it. I can't wait to see my good pal Goofy over there doing his stuff, because who doesn't love Goofy? But it's added character, it's added some energy, it's made it more than just about the fountain and the flag. It now has that energy, and I can only hope that as the park continues to rebuild and get redesigned, that they will add these in more places. Heck, I wouldn't mind having, Buzz Lightyear waving over by Mission Space, or you go to Mexico and you have Donald over there again. I would love to see. I love Donald in the Three Caballeros outfit.
Yeah.
How about we just have the three caballeros go and meet there together,
I'm
all
good with
three,
that.
and then they can
Can we
go on
have
the
the
ride
audio
because they're
animatronics?
missing.
Yeah, because they're missing on the ride.
Yeah, not the cutout. I want either live characters, or I want the audio animatronics. Because you have Anna and Elsa typically over in Norway. Me personally, why can't we get the Muppets over in America? I want Sam Eagle waving down at me as I eat barbecue.
Put 'em up there.
That sounds
Put them up
absolutely.
there.
Yeah, like, why can't we do this? But again, we're getting some character interactions in the front of the parks. We're getting that character element, which isn't necessary to making a Disney park operate, but it's a small detail that just makes it all that much more magical. From my background in entertainment, it's so nice to have, these colorful characters entertaining guests, welcoming them, because when you get waved at by Mickey, you're like, you know what, this is going to be a perfect day now. Mickey waved at me. I saw Goofy. Minnie blew me a kiss. I'm going to go, I'm going to do everything. It's going to be a great day. Even if you spill your popcorn, it's still going to be a great day.
Even then, yeah, no, it's awesome to see characters back in even greater capacity. You're right, we have been seeing them in the last few months, since Disney World officially reopened in more of a cavalcade type atmosphere, or at a really far distance. So now to have them a little bit closer to us, it feels like everything is inching a little bit closer to us in terms of the way things used to be. So it's really nice, especially to know that they're right up front, because I think something that I miss about Magic Kingdom in particular, unless you're there in the late afternoon when they're up on the train station, you used to be able to walk in and immediately you could turn to your right, go into Expedition Hall. You could go into that hall on the right, and you could go meet Mickey, and you could go meet Tinkerbell, and you could meet characters right up front, and then they would of course bring them out into Town Square, that sort of thing. So now to have them out in front of Epcot, one of the busiest parks, it's really awesome to know that we can see them right as we enter.
I think it helps with the magic too, because again, like, you're going through that area and then just all of a sudden, boom, right there, you're gonna see like Mickey and Minnie and stuff, and you're like, oh my god, and then you wave, and then they'll give you like a little kiss sound, and you're like, yep, I'm good for the day, let's go.
That's your energy.
Yeah.
Yep,
You telling me when they don't give you like little kiss sound and they like wave at you, you don't get a little blush and you're like, oh my.
I gotta be. This
Minnie
is
just
this
blew
is
me a
something
kiss.
this is something I've really never discussed with anybody before.
Uh-oh.
I don't like it when they make the kiss noise.
Wow.
It's kind of weird.
Wow.
Well,
That is sacrilegious.
glad I knew you.
brand of Disney.
It's
Garrett,
kind of weird.
Can you
I don't
do the
know, do
kiss
you-
noise, Garrett?
of course.
No, that's not it.
That's not even it.
I thought you were a Disney fan.
No. No, I am, and you can't hear it through the mask.
No.
Okay,
Sure,
okay.
No, like, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I know the kiss sound.
I know he's getting so angry. I'm
I
sorry.
know, he's like, if I could take this
Wow.
mask off, I will.
I've been friends with Goofy for years.
He is a professional, people.
I believe you,
professional
Garen.
amateur. Thank you.
I guess I'm thinking
Thank
of
you.
more of like a pop sound. When I hear the kiss
That-
noise, it's
so-
more of like a pop.
Interesting fact. On the East Coast out here, they do the kiss sound. On the West Coast, because of I think it's a Western dialect, they do the pop pop sound. Where it's like,
Oh, we have a
Yeah, Western dialect. Yeah,
Is
I
that what
think
it
that's
is?
What it is?
Mhm.
Yeah.
no. I've done extensive research and studies. I'm
Yeah.
working on a whole paper about it. But yeah, the kiss sound is
Mm.
out here in Disney World. The pop pop is out west at
It's a pop pop?
Disneyland.
I didn't know it was called a
Yeah,
pop
it's,
pop.
sort of, it's more of like a something like that.
Yeah,
Sure. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
one
That's
we
it.
know.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking
See,
about.
he knows
yeah.
what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He knows.
He's well researched.
He's
That's
like,
our
I'm
reporter.
gonna lose it.
There he is. Yeah, the best.
But yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go get a cookie after waiting 7 hours.
Great idea.
Okay. Bye.
Good luck, buddy. And if you are looking forward to the lighting package coming to Hollywood Studios, or maybe meeting a few more characters at Epcot, let us know in the comments section down below. And if you appreciate segments just like this, go ahead, give it a big thumbs up if you haven't done so already.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.